Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another Red review. Well, it's kind of a review, it's a unboxing, and I'm super excited. So this came earlier than I expected, and I've been highly anticipating this for the last year or so. So let's get into this here. Click my thing, and it's Eclipse. All right, Second Dawn. I've played a decent amount of the first Eclipse and loved it. So when they announced this, got right in on it, and it has finally came. So it's still in the wrap. You can still see. Haven't opened it at all. It's got on there playtime, right? 25 minutes per player. Yeah, we'll see. They're supposed to have optimized the play a little bit. So here, I'll put this out here for scale. We've got there's our yardstick, right? Or almost a meter stick for the more civilized folks, but yardstick for us. So there we go. Let's go ahead and open this box and see what's inside of there. Get my knife out. And let's see here. This thing is just a beast. It's huge. Wasn't expecting this until after the weekend, but it coming on the weekend is fantastic. I also got a new camera setup going, so I'm hoping that the pictures are a little bit more clear out towards the edges, because before my quality dropped off around the edge of the camera. So, all right, so what we got in here is I've got the big box, and we have a smaller box, which is the Worlds Afar collection. Get this out of here, and let's see here. What I think I'll do is we'll take this, and we'll set this aside for now, and we'll just take a look at the big box. Because all the exciting stuff is always in the big box, right? So there's this small box we got on the side here. There we go. Okay, so Worlds Afar getting set aside. We'll come back to that later. Right now, let's take a look at the big box. All right, big box has another layer of wrap on it. Ooh, it's got a nice picture on the back. Let me see if I can get that in there. Ooh, it's also kind of heavy. There you go. That's really pretty. Looks great. All right, let's see if we can get some of this wrap off here. I'll try not to mark up the box. Let's see if we can get in there. There we go. Probably the most inefficient way to do this, but let's get her done. All right. Ugh. The only thing that I'm sad about is I've 3D printed a ton of stuff for the other game, the first edition of this. We'll have to see how much of it carries over. I created my own hexes with magnets in them so they stick together, and I have some technology tracking boards and just all sorts of stuff that I've created, and I guess that's all going to be pretty much done for at this point. All right, got the wrap off. Let's see what we got into the box. Oh, there we go. Box lid off. So what do we have here? Let's see here. Here's our rule book. Looks pretty awesome. Oh, I love the smell of a new game. Ah, great. This will be excellent reading material for later. I know what I'm doing this evening. It's got a picture of the races in there, and it's covering them and all their abilities. So we've got Eridani, Hydrant Planta, Descendants, and then our Terran factions also. Some good reference on the back. Oh, it's got a guide on how to actually fit the stuff back in the box. How to fill a box with trays. Cool. So that looks like our tracking track, which I have one of these similar to this, printed by, I believe, the people that make these. I think it's Game Trays, if I remember right. But I've got one that's I'd bought online, almost exactly like that. Way cool. This looks like our holders for all of our technologies. It's got a nice top on it so they don't go slopping all over the place when you put them back in the box. Very nice. We have what else do we have here? A couple of bags to put our tokens in when we need to select our victory points or start pulling technologies. Very nice. Here's our standard, there's our star bases and our monoliths. We've got some bases here. Let's see here. How's that show up? Yeah, there we go. There's a little base. We got our monolith. It's a monolith there. Let's put the monolith here. Boop, boop. There's your monolith. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, I have to figure out how to fit them back in there. Ooh, some little ships. There we go. Nice. There's our dice for blowing each other up. I think these are more alien ships there. All right, looks like a tray of the same thing over there. And there we go, got that guy back in there. All right, so let's move these out of the way. Some foam packy things. Keep everything in place. These must be our different races. So there we go. Ooh, nice. Very nice. So the tracks are along the outside edges at this point. And I did not go with the wash. I decided to go without the wash. So I figured if I wanted to paint them, I would paint them myself. Ooh, that looks pretty bad. Let's see if I can do them individually. Okay, so there's my star base. There's our bigger ship. And they've got little holes in the bottom so you can mount them on stands. What else we need? We need little fighters. Right, and there's the little guys. All right, so there's those, and let's see here if I can pack that one away. I should go through all of them. Here's yellow, and these all so far look like the previous set. Which is kind of nice because that will make them interchangeable with the old set. You could possibly play two of the same race, I guess. That might be interesting. No, because you still have the player board issue. So that probably wouldn't work. All right, I haven't seen anything unique thus far to this game. Here, let me throw... no, we'll leave that off there. I was going to throw that out there for reference, but... All right, so here's the white. There we go. Little ships. Nice. They look great. Those ships look great. These ships would look really good with the wash on them, I think. Just a basic wash would make them really pop. They have a lot of good detail on the ships there. See all those little ridges and stuff? They look fantastic. And a little dark wash would really bring out all the detail. I'd rather do that dark wash myself. Okay. We got red. Fun thing is, some of this stuff I can't see because the box is so high. Looking at it from this angle, I see there's this big thing here, but I can't get to it because I can't really see it very well. All right, so here's red. Now, these look a little bit different than the last set. I don't remember these blocky ships like that. I don't think it was Red's Iridani, I think. So these look different than in the last set. Which is cool. I like that. All right. Good. Next up, green. It should be Planta, I believe. So we got for Planta. Oh, Planta's got... Oh, these are going to be tough to see because I've got a green screen. So not going to do very good that way. Maybe I can hold them up this way. A green ship. There's the bigger star base. It's the big ship. And then there's the medium-sized ship. All right. Green screen fail on the green ships. All right, what do we got left? We have black ships left. All right. Oh, these look very familiar. All right, so we've got... It's tough for the light to catch those. Maybe those will look better here under the camera here. All right, with that one, you got your star bases, which look like the Borg cubes. Borg cube. The big ships. Those look a little bit different. I think they've modified those some. Double check. I am really impressed that they've got the holes in the bottom of them for mounting on stands. Now, wait a minute. These don't, actually. The big ships do, but these little ones don't. So he's kind of tough to see. Maybe I can put him. Will he work under the... Oh, they just look like a black blob there. The lighting's not very good. So, it's the little ships. All right. Okay, there's all of our ships for all of our different species. They look pretty cool. What's this thing? Oh, it's stuck. We got some extra counters right there. Oh, this must be our galactic center. That's awesome. It's kind of like the Death Star. That is cool. All right. This is a big tray. Yep. And then it's punchboard heaven underneath there. What do we got? We got tiles and tiles and tiles and tiles. And then these are the, all right, move this out. So there's our tiles. I don't think I will unwrap all of the tiles because that's a big thing. And I don't think we want to wait 15 years while I punch out tiles. So these will lay, let's see here, is it this way? I think it's this way on the tracks, right? And then you go around in order to play. Pretty cool. Oh, here's all of the boards for the different species. So I will go through these. I think that's good to go. Good to know. So there's the Descendants of Draco. On the flip side, we've got our Terrans. I believe those will be the same on every side. So there's our Planta and our Green Terrans. The Orions. The Terran Alliance. The Hydrons. And the Terran Federation. The Iridani. And the Terran Directorate. And the Mechanima. I can never say that right. And what's on the flip side? The Terran Conglomerate. So, got all of the base races there. We got all of our base player race boards. I've got a lot of punching to do. And then we've got our counter things. And that's everything in the box there. All right, so let me get this out of the way and we'll go get the other box out. And I'll go through what's in that box real fast. All right, so here's Worlds Afar. And I've got a corner of that coming off already, so let's finish opening that up. Now, if I remember correctly. All right, is this my standard player ships? Ooh, it's all going to come pouring out of there. So we got all sorts of goodies. Okay. Let's see what's in our goodie box. We got more dice, which is good. And it says, appropriately, extra dice. There we go. There's our Rift Cannon. Nothing like hurting yourself. Rift Cannons are great. More extra dice, because you can never have enough dice. We have our bases for our ships, so we can make our big ships fly. We have, what's this here? This is our minor species. 9 minor species ambassador tiles. That looks like a fairly interesting add to the game. I'm excited about that. Galactic events. All right, so we've got our nebula, our supernova, our black hole, and our pulsar are all in there. So a lot of those are expansions that I bought. These are the Terran ships. So let me grab out one of the Terran ship packs. I always kind of liked the Terran ship packs. I think that the alien ones are great for the aliens, but when I play Terrans, I really liked having the base Terran ships. Ooh, okay, let's get a color that shows up pretty well. Maybe the yellow. I think the yellow shows up the best. Okay, so if I pull out the yellow ones, we've got, let's see here, here's our little cruiser. And, oop, cruiser there. There's our base. What else do we have in here? There's our big ship, our dreadnought. And there's the little guy, right? And I think, looking at all of them, they all are the same. You know, so the black ones, there's some black ones, some blue ones, red, green, and white. So they all look the same, just in different colors. So you've got a variety to play with there. All right, I like those Terran ships. Those are pretty cool. These will look really good with a wash on them too. They've got a lot of detail to them. I take a look at that guy there, see if I can get to focus in. And he's pretty awesome. I am impressed. I'm glad I got the Terran ships. All right, so we've got our events, our ships. What bag have we not hit here yet? So we talked about that. What's this bag here? This bag has some ship part tiles in it and some scoring cards. And is this the extended rules? I think this is the other rule book for all this additional stuff. Let's see here. Let's pour it out. Oh yeah, reference cards. Let's see if I can put that here. Does that work? Oh yeah, that works pretty well. So these are reference cards for all the technologies and stuff. On the back side, more reference card information. Cool. We have some scoring mats. Way handy. Filling up points at the end can be a chore. What else is in here? What other goodies are in this bag? Oh, we got tiles falling out. Let's see here. Some additional tiles. Let's see here. It's a reference card again. We've got tokens for the races. Oop, I've got some discoveries falling out of the punch board there. Let's see here. What else do we have? We have our... Ooh, that's just a nice piece of art. Very pretty. Let's get these out of the way. Show off a nice piece of art. Aww. Then we have... Ooh, what is this? Story time. It looks like a little book to talk about background and stuff. Very cool. Oh, I'm stoked. I'm ready to play. So do I read the rule book tonight or do I read the story tonight? I don't know. I'm going to have to make a decision. So, wow. So I guess I won't make you stick around to put everything back in the box. That's going to be my next chore. And I think the reboxing videos are not as exciting as the unboxing videos. So I'm really excited to play this. This is normally a game I play probably twice a year. It's like my birthday game. I have everybody over for my birthday to play Eclipse. So we'll try to get that going again. This year we get to play 2.0. So I'm super excited. So glad to have this, and it looks great. All right, so at this point here, I've taken my Eclipse stuff and I've punched it all out and I've sorted it and I've put it all back in the box. So let's take a look at how it looks now that I've gone through and done everything to it. So the box right now closes a lot better. See, we're closing all the way down, which is pretty cool. If I take the top off of there, you can see inside. Got my rules, got my character sheets, and then I've got our player aids right here. And I've got this beautiful storage system once everything's populated. You got your game tray, put your stuff in as the game progresses, so that way you can see all of the technologies and things that have been revealed in player turns, right? All of the technologies go in here. All the upgrades you can do in here. You just pop this top off of there. Boom, you're ready to go. A nice storage solution there. And then you have your dice and your monoliths. Set those right there. And all of my technologies. I have a couple of extra baggies of little extra pieces, so I ordered extra dice, so I have a lot of extra dice. Because you can never have too many dice. These are your victory tokens, right? Your little shields that you get when you win. I just kind of shove them in here on the side. Then you got your player trays. And I don't know if I'm going to get out all of the player tray. Well, I'll get them out so you can see what's underneath them, but I'm not going to reveal every player tray because it's pretty much the same inside. So let's get these out of the way. And there's 6 of them for 6 players, which is cool. I'd say the only downside is I had 9 in the old version of Eclipse, and now we're down to 6. So you can see how nicely for a single player that stores away. So you have their system. You've got a card for what they're doing on their turn, all their tokens, their ambassadors, your colony ships, all your other ships go in there just dandy. These are the counters that you use to, let's see if I can pull one of those out here. So you would put that on the top of here. You would use that to track where your resources are at, right, as you go along. So it all fits in there really nice. I'm pretty impressed with how all of that works. So then you can see what's left in the box there is, this is just at the very base of the box. You've got my level 3, my level 2, and my level 1 galaxies. And actually, let's pull some of these out real fast. I don't know if that comes across. Let me see if this comes across over here. It's tough to see. Yeah, it's really hard to see. Maybe if I do it on this camera here. Does the shine show? So on these little sector tiles, these pieces here are kind of in a silvery type finish, so it's really pretty. It's nice to see when you have it up close. The printing on these is great. It's beautiful. So let's see here. So you've got your sector tiles. You've got blueprints for what the enemy station possibly looks like, or their ships, which is fun. A little bit of randomness there. These are the additional minor factions that you can run into, and then if you want to keep track of player order, there's another card that's this card here to keep track of player order. And then these are if you're playing two-player, you can use these to put on the other sectors where the players are, and you have some enemies inhabiting those areas, right? Or, not a full complement of 6 players. Then you got some additional cards sitting over here to help with like scoring. Get your scoring cards and reputation track, your trader card. I always get the trader card for some reason. And your start player, right? So it all fits in there really well. I'm pretty impressed with how they got all of this to work out. And they even included a sheet to help you figure out how to put it away, which is also really nice, right? So it's got these little notches in here. They help you drop everything right back in where they're supposed to go. All right, so that fits back in pretty well. So we got reassembly at this point. And I take my little bags here and I can drop them on the side. Extra stuff, extra stuff. These go on the side here. And here, and I can drop my ship parts there, and drop my game tray on the top, and then for all the paper stuff I just kind of spread it out a little bit to try to even out the top. And I can put my player boards on top, you can put my rules on top, and there's a nice sheet that says how to set it up, and it says how to pack it away, right? I think I'm following the directions right. My rules there. Set the rest of my rules on top. And my box is good to go. All right, and seal it back up. Dun-dun. There we go. So that's kind of an unboxing and reboxing in all the nice storage stuff they have for Eclipse. So thanks for watching. Talk to you later.